Hey, what's up, Sibulele Liso, Mr. Nation, hello to my players. Welcome to the NayFul podcast couples edition. Today on the podcast, we have a couple that is about to get married in the next 9 days. And we've decided to have this edition where we ask 7 couples to 14 questions that will drop on Valentine's Day, the 14th of Feb. So this is the first couple. This is the first episode in 2024. You know Sibulele plus Liso. We've been trying to get to the podcast to share their journey since August last year. Was it the 26th of August?
Yes.
Ne right otherwise?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Shab.
Okay, sure. No, okay. I have these 14 questions for you guys, ne? Ne ready? Ni right? Ni sure ni right?
Yeah,
Yes.
ready.
Yes, bring it on.
Nobody gonna buy 100 if we have one.
Yeah.
And then like,
Aye, bring them on.
okay, need to be in
18 Feb.
18 ka February.
which year?
Last year.
Oh,
That's when we saw. Okay, no. We saw each other 2018. Was it 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
We never
September.
spoke.
Okay,
We were at church. We never spoke. We saw each other.
okay,
Fast track. 2023, 18 Feb. I went to church. He was there, and I spoke to him
okay.
on some. I know you, and he lied. What? On
I was
that?
like, no,
Someone
I'm
born.
Gwazi.
Yay, I've seen you somewhere. And he knew where I saw him from, but
Okay.
so I could register that I've seen this person.
Abekho abanye abazalwane enkonzweni?
There are other people.
Oh, okay, sure.
No, we were in a group setting. We had like a picnic. So we were tidying up, and then that's when I was like, hey man, I've seen you somewhere before.
Okay.
And that's when he was like, no, you've never. And yeah.
Ave ndiyazi ba hayi ndiyamazi akokoko
Qaya mzulisela.
ndo uyadlala sisoze ndikuxelela.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so let's start with this one. What are 3 things about each other that attracted you the most when you first met?
Kemna I think da attractwa kuye qala.
Okay,
Because I think ungumuntu onothando and also ngumuntu nje onguye nabantu and
Yeah.
also yabathanda abantu.
okay. So that's the one, uthanda abantu.
Thanda abantu.
Eyesibini?
Unguye.
Okay, okay,
and
sure.
Ungumuntu othethayo.
Oh, okay. Awuthanda uthetha one.
Andiyathetha. So andizobhoreka ndimane ndicona uba ndim
Okay, okay.
singathetha noba ngantona even those comfortable topics qonda ndimbuze ngoku na okanye ndilinde.
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah.
What are the 3 things on assist?
I think for me, it was, so when we were there, everyone was speaking, and he kept on referring on the main thing that we should focus on about le trip bekthethwa ngayo.
Okay.
The way he was so assertive about it and so sure about it, I was like, that is it. I think that's one of the things in Diane's but man, I've seen this person before.
Okay.
How assertive he was. Another thing I liked about him was the fact that he was very respectful. Like, even though he wanted to send across what he wanted to do or say, but he was so respectful in his conduct. And then the third one, which is the one that I think I loved the most, was his humanity.
Okay.
Like, yo, ubuntu. I'm yet to still find someone like him or
Okay.
see someone like him.
Sure.
Ubuntu njengaye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thetha kamnandi.
Ndithetha kamani ndisekhona.
Okay, but okay, man, this is about go etane. When did you know ke ngokuba this is the one?
Hey, yahlekisa because I was away up at Eastern Cape for 2 years. So nambona ngo 2018.
Sure.
And then I Durban. And then on my Facebook, people you may know, and then ndambona phaya, and I was like, no. Andifuna uba ndibayichumi yakhe lo mntana.
Okay.
And then first track ndabuya, and then ndazombona ngale 18 ka February.
Sure.
But still, because yandibona uba I know you need to know. Awundazi andifuna nodlala nasecam kwakhe.
Okay.
Then
What were your reasons?
because like wayibonakala ingathi umntana ophapayo
Okay.
hayi mina ayoligi yami le
Oh, sure.
but nozama there was nothing
Okay, mhlawumbe soza kuvume.
yeah so zanvume also was not even attracted
Okay,
Nakuye.
okay.
So there was just like oh ndiyamazi ngwasecaweni
Okay. Sure.
and then
Itricky kukoyika. Umuntu obukeleyo uqonda ba ubawela umntana ongathi out of the league. Bomoyika.
hayi awungaboyiki
Oh, so.
ufundile malondo leyo
Okay.
ungabozicingela uzithathele phansi ba oh nandoni no
Okay.
go ahead
Sure.
but I think that ngala Saturday 18 February zange kube khondo
Okay.
and on the following week siya kwenye into kuthiwa i-FHE
Okay.
siyadibana sizi young single adults ecaweni
Yeah.
nakhona at no man siyadibana ke the next week but
Okay,
was
sure.
lapho ndithi oh yeah awundazeli apha but sesikodibana before but
Okay.
ngala Tuesday there was nothing
Okay.
the following week ndiyabuza phofu ba uyaya pha athi na uyaya ndathi ngicela uzondithatha apha endlini
Sure.
wazondithatha and then saya there was nothing
Okay.
third week aqonda hayi man no man on that because kufikela Tuesday basi yabanqonde actually both sisendleleni njengebezondithatha for the second time
Yeah.
asiyama endleleni sidibana nje nengxaki and then ihloba sova nganqonde I think right man nomntana ugrade
Okay.
yabo
Sure.
that was the day ke
Oqonda ba
yeah
wanguwe
took
lo.
me 3 weeks
Took you 3 weeks.
yeah and sasithetha ke ngoku efonini but there was nothing
Utsho nini ba uyamthanda?
yo hey that one so ngalamini ndicela ngala Tuesday ngqondi yawu grand I was like okay yazi into
Sure.
because ukhonze lapha mosi icawe yethu zohlukene
Sure, khona le kwa 13.
kukho lapha emithini
Kwa-2, yes.
ndikhonze kwa 13
Yena ukhonza
So,
kwa-2.
okay you know what after lo Tuesday mandizicenge mandiqonda uba sinobafumana uba yi-picnic so Friday ndimteksele uba will you be kind athi ndicawe nam
Sure.
I don't know she will see uzangixelela ndithi okay sure and then later on that day I know it's fine I think I'm gonna come and attend church with you
Okay.
okay yabona ke
Usually this is how you indombi yazi ba you are trying to court her xa
yeah
textele ecaleni.
like I think in their text ama and then just ba sibe and soze ndixelele over the phone
Okay.
that's one thing
Yeah.
and I just love ba umuntu ndimthethe ba ndimva ba uthini na
Okay,
Because
sure.
mhlawumbe naxa ndithethe phone mhlawumbe ngayifumana ngenye indlela
Sure.
so okay yazi into ba uyavuma ukuze ecaweni then zambona ba izawuthini na into yakhe
Okay.
yabona
Yeah.
andikazomxelela ngale Sunday but funa just to see ba singaba ne picnic and then ke ngoku we can plan something and then sibone ba ithini na
Sure.
then azenyani but this time yosisecaweni ngqonde ufikile but ndi-nervous la way ingathi ndizamxela namhlanje but I've told myself ba
Not now. Not yet.
but ndisafuna nje umbona uba ngumntu onjani na
Sure.
and then first track sancokola wazanyani ngala Sunday so the omnye umjita wethu ayitshata
Okay.
tshatele eDurban
Sure.
so ndithi bana awufuni ukuya eDurban wena
Yeah.
mhlawumbe ndimbone naxa sikola cala uba
Ba uzaba njani? Okay. Sure.
athi no uyafuna
Yeah.
then sasebenza something and then kwafumaniseka uyahamba
Okay.
qonda okay sure kungxaki Tuesday saphinda sadibona kulaa nto ye
Youth. Oh, sure.
yeah,
You.
youth yethu
Yes.
so kwafika omnye uTuesday ufikile naqonda okay yazi into this Sunday saplan basaba ne-picnic but ke we wanna buy izinto Saturday
Okay.
fika nyani Saturday xa sizothenga izinto xa siday weather man ayivumi
Sure.
yabo
Yeah.
ke kwezinto sifuna uzithenga nini Saturday asuba nayo picnic because iweather ayivumi
Ayivumi.
so Sunday ke siyadibana sawudibana ke sibe na mhlawumbe sawuhlala ecaweni njengoba kunethi but asiyitshintshe yona
Okay.
yeah la Sunday ndizamxela ngayo
Sure.
gonna meet and then ndizamxelela
Oh, so uzibekela i-date ba you know what hayi ndiyazijaca.
hayi ngoku ndiyazijaca ngoku Sunday wesibini
Sure.
afuneka ixesha lide liyami
Ndinqelana.
xa sifika sizohlala soyi-2
Sure.
sine-missionaries mos phaa ecaweni
Yeah.
andifona uba I don't think uba sizawukwazi uspend ixesha soyi-2
Okay.
ndizabe ndiphekele ii-missionaries hayi ke ndimoshakele yonke le ndaqonda okay akho ngxaki wandifonela again uba no man actually xa ndiphekele ii-missionaries nawe ungazi apha endlini
Okay.
sole siziphekela zoyi-2
Oh, sure.
okay hayi ke akho ngxaki nyani ke after church sahamba saya kokwabo
Okay.
ii-missionaries zilapha nazo
Zithini zona zibuya zikrokelile.
mamela bra so because lezi missionaries yabo
Yeah.
most of missionaries ayizoza lapha.
Okay, sure.
So ke siyancokola ke songeni hleli. Ithenye elder, you know what? I think ndingaza apha eEastern Cape ngiphinde ndibuye
Sure.
because bahle nyana abantwana balapha.
Okay.
Elder.
Thetha kantoni manje? Thenga ngathi
elder, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Nam mission eDurban zange.
Oh, sure.
So even obuyayenza loo nto leyo uzawuhamba uzawulibala.
Okay.
Then you will never come back. Uyithethwa lena kubulapha ngalomzuzu.
Oh, sure.
Lena icima noba icima fast
anything akulinge.
And elder ndizamngqala namhlanje lo mntana ndayixelela. And then it was that.
But I think the missionaries knew before he told me.
Okay. Okay.
So this one time I'm walking them out and they ask, do I know that he likes me?
Oh.
And I asked, who? I get your friend. I was like, he likes me.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, don't you see that? I was
Okay.
like, no, he hasn't said anything. That is when Umut was like, hey, what if he really does?
Oh.
And I didn't tell him. I just let it be.
Okanye noba nemissioners azama ujonga uba say.
Where do I stand?
Yeah, with but ingabu single now okanye sure.
Because nabo xa isithi uba bandibuza inoba nala topic leyana zaziyijonga uba okay.
Oh yeah,
so
uzawuthini nawe.
Yeah, into ezinjalo. But ke ngala Sunday
Yeah.
phaka kuyatywa zimissionary nathi siyatya ngqondo okay yabona. Xa iphakama iyokwenza something.
Okay, uzamlandela.
Kanyani ke phakame sesigqibile ukutya uyohlamba izitya ngqondo mandithathe izitya.
Sure.
Angasino.
Okay.
Xa asifake singing ndithi actually you know what athi no ndithi hayi man I like you.
Okay.
Wathi oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
Ndathi what why?
Yeah. Yintoni? Interview isuka hapi ngoku.
And interview silapha ekitchen andizawuphinda sehle so lo mbuzo wakho ndamchazela uba it's because who you are yathanda userve ngumuntu ongumuntu ebantwini.
Yes.
And then sathi sithathetha njalo saye dining room.
Okay.
Ndigqibanga kanjani.
Yes, kuyaphazamiseka.
Uyabona ufuna ugoduka wenza i-dessert yo
Yeah.
andisayifuna uyifuna ngoku because
Okay.
ngifuna uqoshelisa lo mcimbi.
Sure.
Boom. Xa ndizawuhamba uthi umamakho ufuna uhamba nathi. Yo. Kaloku uze nale chomi yakhe indi.
Oh sure.
Nakuliso ichomi yami so umamakho ufuna ukhapha ke uba okay uliso uhlala phi le chomi intsha.
Okay.
And then ngalamini ke nyani ke umamakho wasikhapha.
Yeah. Ngekachazi why.
Everyone at home.
Wonke
Sure.
umuntu.
Wonke umuntu
Even,
ekhaya
like,
sakhona umuntu ensokeni
Samba
sakhapolisi.
nsongeni. Wakhatshwana. So I never got the chance ke
To explain why.
to explain why.
Okay,
But
sure.
ndamxelela on the third week. But
Oh, bawo yamthanda.
I like
Okay.
you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And then when was the moment, the defining moment? Because uyazi bana I know this is the one.
Funny enough, it was on that same day. When
Okay.
he discovered that he likes me was the same day I discovered that I like him.
Okay.
So I was driving back after Sukaku call at Geneke no we are in a FHE. So I was like, okay, no, fine. I'll pass by now and then some too.
Yeah.
So as I'm driving, I stop the car and then okay man, please spill this jangman.
Okay.
And then I didn't take her off. I'm like, and then girl, why is Jonga Jong?
Oh,
What's
okay.
going on?
Yeah.
That's when I knew there was something.
Sure.
Even though I didn't know what it was, but I
Okay.
knew there was something on me. Like Elandu guy. And then as time went by, so now I'm very blind. You
Okay.
can put every show in front of me. I won't see it. You need to talk to me.
Okay.
Like,
Signals, I was
I'm that kind of
not
person.
equal. Oh,
yeah,
sure,
I'm a
sure.
verbal person and it's
Okay.
XO.
Direct, funeka ube direct, ungabe
And come
ugogoneza.
straight.
Sure.
Yabo?
Sure.
That's me. So that's when I knew, but okay, something is going on up.
Okay.
But I was going to keep my cool.
Okay.
But now when we were at church, when he was nervous, I'm like, why are you nervous?
Okay.
Because I'm like, why is he so nervous?
Okay.
But at that time, I was still calm and I was still fine. But I think it's cool when I really, really knew. It has to be when he asked me out. Because I think when he was planning the picnic, I knew, but okay, I was like, okay, my word, he's going to ask me out. Somehow I knew, because when the missionaries asked me, Bana, do you know that he likes you? I was like, okay, confirms that the first thought I had.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he likes me. Okay, Shem, now I like him. Okay, I can't 18. But when I knew was when he asked me out and when he told me why he likes me.
Okay.
And I knew, okay,
That this is the one.
let's go.
And
Okay.
you know what's crazy?
Yeah. Sure.
Is that she told.
Oh yeah, I told my cousin. Oh
Okay.
yes. So before he asked me out, I think a week before he asked me out, and this was second week, Sazana.
Okay.
Imoto that shed light is man, so I needed to either jump or
Okay, you not yeah.
I called my cousin Wafika at my rescue with his boyfriend Yaki.
Sure.
And on my way to drop her off Kokwabo, I said to her, that's it. I think I've met the one.
Okay.
And then she was like, "Huh? What
Yeah.
do you mean?" I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Mamela Siene."
Yes.
If he had to ask me out,
Sure.
or even if he had to say, "Bana, I'll say yes."
Okay.
Asika date at that moment.
Sure. Okay.
Siawandisa could not believe me. It
Okay.
was like, "Hey, 10 days ago, up. Do you understand what you say?" I was
Yes.
like, "Yes, I'll say yes." And that's when I knew. So the things I was saying before we even dated,
Yeah.
for me were confirmations of how I
Okay.
feel about him,
Yeah.
even though I did not acknowledge it
Sure,
at that
sure.
time. So I think even with us in our relationship, we started dating before we even dated.
Oh,
because
sure.
of the way we were treating each other.
Okay.
Without even knowing that we're dating. But now when we look back, we're like,
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sure. How do you describe each other to, like, when, how would describe Anjani? Cousins,
Oh, you want to?
yes.
Yo, I don't know. They know. I think they know. I always say I'm still to find someone like him.
Okay.
Or even see someone like him. He's like he's like his own breed.
Okay.
Like I haven't seen someone like him, which is actually crazy because for the longest time, whenever he makes a mistake, I take it so hard. Because I've put him at a very high pedestal to a point where which
sure,
is very
sure.
wrong of
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But I think I'm getting a hang of that man. He's also natural and you're also human.
Yes,
all
yes.
those things happen.
Yeah.
But I honestly describe him as one who is faithful.
Okay.
Like he is faithful in terms of Christ and also faithful in terms of like infidelity wise.
Sure.
He's such a faithful person.
Okay.
Number two, someone who is very, very responsible.
Okay.
Like I remember one weekend, me and my mom, we went to a king. I actually asked him Bana on Sunday, I knew I could count on him.
Okay.
Like even my mom knows, but my mom could leave every belonging yake naye. My mom, that's how much my mom trusts him.
Okay.
He's so responsible. And another one, I describe him as someone who loves Christ. Like, oh my word. Only so we would have a conversation about something and he's going to ask, Bana, does this thing not conflict with the Christ of Jesus Christ, like the doctrine of Jesus Christ?
Yes.
And if the answer is yes, ayenziwa.
Okay.
But if the answer is no, you say I
Oh,
decisions
sure.
Yeah. And another one is that unobuntu.
Okay.
That one, yes.
Okay.
And another one is a person who's just a breath of fresh air and filled with love. That is the kind of person that he is. And I always say to him, shame, I feel for those who never really get to see your true heart.
Okay.
Because they are missing out.
Okay.
And I always say to him, and even ababanga soze bayibone lonto, then he should be well sure with that man
Okay.
because that is how precious it is. And for me, being on the receiving end where I get to see it, I'm literally grateful every single day.
Yes.
Because I get to see it every day. And I am so imperfect, but the way he just handles me with care and kindness and gentleness is just out of this world.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice. And
Yeah.
I think nomeleza.
Okay.
Because as she said, I'm not perfect.
Okay.
Sometimes
Okay.
yalibala.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
can
Yes.
always
Yes.
look and then learn from
Sure.
mistakes.
Sure.
But for mna yo xanthetha ngayo bani sebeyazi even if noba ndihamba nedwa kubakho there's something wrong uphusibu.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I'll be like mhlawumbi kokwabo okanye usemsebenzini kanye ubhizi ngaloo nto leyo.
Yes.
But yo xa nimdescribe ebantwini is like essentially bangumuntu wabantu.
Yes, yes.
And she's very talkative, uyamazi umntu.
Yes.
But she's very ambitious.
Okay.
Ubone laa mntu uba kuthiwa umntu ambitious. I
Yeah.
think nabantu bamazi bayayazi loo nto leyo.
Okay.
And she's so smart.
Okay.
Like nantoni na unomnika yona.
Yes.
Especially noba yintoni na, noba yinto yesikolo okanye
Yes.
into yezandla okanye.
Sure.
Because like I can list a lot of things.
Okay.
Iyayenza intloko yakhe.
Sure.
Iyazenza ubuso bakhe.
Yeah.
Bakwazi ukwenza nantoni na izandla.
Okay.
And I think she's gifted on that one.
Okay. Okay.
And she's very like unguye.
Okay.
And I also like now I'm so faithful in Jesus Christ, but I've learned izinto ezininzi
Through yena.
through yena.
Okay.
That
Okay.
indeed Jesus Christ nyanyani, he's our savior.
Okay.
I've,
Okay.
like since ukuyibona ebomini bam, but
Sure.
the more kuye ubomi bakhe kubo ngoku is because of Jesus Christ and uhlobo atshintshe ngalo.
Okay.
And yeah, but there's zininzi man.
Sure.
I'm just
Sure.
like thinking zininzi
Yes,
kakhulu.
yes, yes.
But she's amazing.
Okay. Okay, sure. Who is your role model in love? Like, who's the couple that you look at and think, nah, no, they're the ones.
In that perspective, there are a lot of great people. There are a lot of great couples.
Yes.
And I learn things from them.
Yeah.
And I don't have someone that I would say that that is my role model, because I've learned, like since ukuba nazi role model ngokubeni kabi ku relationship.
Okay, yeah.
But as soon as I get a good relationship, and then ezinye the role models they were married okanye they were in a serious relationship, but they no longer.
Oh.
Which is like, it shows but not like they were wrong okanye.
Yes,
but
yes,
it's
yes.
just like a challenge but they needed to look at that time.
Okay,
And
okay.
then for me, I think role model is Jesus Christ,
Sure.
because he teaches how to love and then he acts.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I think for me as well, I think you kind of there are two friends of mine, Umihlali Nonati, and I met them. Well, I met Umihlali in 2016, if not 2015, and one of the things I used to look up. In fact, I still look up to them and their relationship so much. But one of the things that she used to say, please don't say we are couple goals. It gives me so much anxiety and so much responsibility that there's this stigma or position I need to withhold throughout.
Yes.
So from her year in year, it really shaped how I saw things as well. But when you put, especially with something that is very subjective like love, love is a subjective thing. What I love is not what Liso is necessarily going to love, or whoever else is going to love. You find a land why about many types. It's subjective. So now when you put into a subjective to wena at another person's role model yako, for me, I was like, no, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
But I looked, because even in life in general, I never had a role model that was like in front of me I could touch and see and speak to verbally.
In terms of
in life in general.
Okay. I was just asking mhlambi abanye abantu bangathi bone uthando from my mom and dad.
No.
Okay.
I never had that.
Oh, sure.
I never had that as well. So I think they made me sort of like put like a blind eye on seeing a role model in other people in terms of love.
Sure.
I think Nyaniska cool for me. My role model would also have to be Jesus Christ when it comes to love.
Okay.
There's like my favorite verse that speaks about what love is and describes what love is.
Yes.
And I always use that scripture as a bar point for me. Like, how far am I from land? Or what am I reaching? What am I not reaching? What can I work on? What can I not work on? You know? Yes. So I deny you per saying abantu, but there are couples that I like I said, that inspire me to do better and be better and see qualities that I love so much and I appreciate and I share with them as much as I can and acknowledge how good they are. Yes. Like for instance, the likes of Umihlali Nonati, I really love their relationship and how they do their things. Okay. And yeah, they're one of the people that we're grateful to have in our lives.
Circle, yes. Okay, sure. What kind of compliments that you like to hear?
February 19.
From each other. Like what compliments do you do you like to hear from yena as a chokuwe and vice versa?
I think I see them okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think in the serious, so can she just really appreciate because like warm.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Just like
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh.
I think for me, okay, so my love language, it's words of affirmation.
Oh, sure.
So whenever he affirms something that I do,
okay,
that just wins my heart.
Kabil. Sure.
He needs to say no more.
Okay.
That's good with me.
Okay, sure. When do you find it hard to ask for help?
Every single time,
Every single time?
Every single time.
Okay.
So when me and Liso met, well, I think I've always been hyper independent.
Okay.
I learned from a very young age how to do things for myself by myself.
Okay.
Do it the way I want.
Okay.
I literally go to a salon, ndenzo inhloko nzathi ngiphume eminyango ndifike emotweni ndiyazitshintsha ndenze ihlobo ndifuneza ngayo. If andikamxeleli umuntu ndenza ibana ngicela ndenze ngehlobo okanye okay ugqibile ucela uzistyle ngokwami.
Okay.
I've always been that girl from a very young age who was very hyper independent.
Okay.
So it has made it very hard for me then to ask for help. But I think when it came down to Liso, because he's a person who loves to serve me, it's still hard to ask for help, but it makes it easy to allow him to help me.
Okay.
Because I know it's coming from ongazodinwa.
Oh, sure.
I think most importantly, what blocks me from asking for help is that I'll get disappointed.
Oh, sure.
So I know I trust myself. I'd rather do it for myself.
Okay.
So with him, I got to a point where, because he enjoys serving me and he loves to serve me, I just allowed him. Because I saw how much hurt it would give to him. Oh,
sure.
So I was like, okay, andifuna ukukhathaza so ndiza kuyeka undincedise.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think because mina ndiyathanda ubuza sometimes.
Yes.
And so like unguyena uthanda uexplain izinto even if mhlawumbe ndikwi-call ndithetha nomntu and then ngohlobo endibeka ngalo is not she will just like athethe at the background but baby yama njena.
Okay.
And I don't have any problem
asking for help. Oh, sure.
Like, do you find it hard though to ask me to help you?
At times, but most of the time I would say 80%.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, sure. Okay. How do you handle moments of insecurities?
Yeah. He speaks. I just get into a shell and I shut down.
Okay.
It happened once, and I remember when it happened, he literally said, "We are not moving up until we speak. Okay. You're not going to go inside that room and sit with other people and pretend like we're fine when we're not fine. I know you cannot pretend. I will not put you through that misery. We're going to sit here, sama apa, ube comfortable. No must make me nyonke.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But we're going to speak it out.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me what triggered.
Okay.
And so that I can understand, so that next time I know, Bana, never to trigger you like that.
Okay.
And I think after 10 minutes, and I told him, okay, because of A, B, C, D and what I've been through,
oh.
And I have never been in that situation with him ever again.
Okay.
For instance, because he knows intimacy and infidelity, how it makes me feel.
Sure.
He has never, ever, ever put me in a position where I have to wonder when he's speaking to a person who's a female. But
oh.
No,
okay. Okay.
Like, nakhona, because what happened that day, I'll just share a bit of it.
Sure.
So I didn't see him throughout. Like, we at church, we were getting ready to get into class. So I didn't see him. So I saw him, a song, and then andambona.
Okay.
A friend of ours was asking for advice.
Okay.
But now they are sitting in this one of the rooms in the church, right?
Sure,
so
sure.
So the type of guys, police, I haven't seen him like forever. No, but you know, they are registered after 10 minutes. Yeah. And then I saw them walking out. I literally went in. Like,
okay.
I I almost perished. I
Yeah.
went in.
Yeah.
And now what is different is that he would never do anything without me knowing it.
Oh.
Like for instance, if Bunny has to have a conversation with someone and mhlambe siyahamba so you choose, I'm like, okay, babe, listen, decide, oh yeah, into tile real quick, I'll be back. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And then I know, but okay, no, send down tile, and then that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But in terms of like keeping izinto azithethayo nabanye abantu to themselves, if babacelile, then yeah, sure, he does. Sometimes I don't even push him to tell me what's going on. But ngiyazithanda izinto mna.
Okay.
So sometimes ngiyafuna uyazi, but he's like, no, this person trusted me. So I just respect that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so I handle insecurities by shutting down.
Okay.
But now I've just improved in that regard. I'm more vocal now.
Okay.
I speak, or I cry.
And then?
For me, like, I love to speak. I think ngokunandiye kwi-mission for 2 years, that was one of, like, I will always say this, best 2 years of my life.
Okay.
Because, like, sahlala nabantu from America, from Ghana, like, all over the world, like, missionaries. So, uhamba uhlala nalo muntu awumazi ukhuliswe njani utheni. So we have those small disagreements okanye singavisisani.
Yes.
Then every Friday we'll do something that's called like weekly planning.
Okay.
And then weekly planning kukho into ekuthiwa comp inventory.
Okay.
Where you tell your strength okanye necompanion yakho, and then also your weaknesses okanye mhlawumbe izinto that you didn't like throughout the week.
Sure.
You don't have to wait. Even mhlawumbe wenze into ecapisileyo ngoku.
Yeah.
You can just like, Elder, can you speak?
Okay.
So whenever kukho lo ngxaki or insecurity, I just like, okay, let us speak.
Okay.
And then sometimes sizoba like mhlawumbe yenzeke into mhlawumbe ngo-4.
Okay.
And then ubone uba no man, there's something wrong.
Okay.
Sime mhlawumbe ngalafo.
Sure.
Sithethe sibone uba ayidilungu uzawubetha u-8.
Continue.
You're gonna continue. If kufuneka kubethe u-12 sisephayana.
Sure.
Uzobetha u-12 sisephayana.
Okay.
So mna I love uba ndithethe because into xa uthetha nomntu uyayiva uba okay. Mhlawumbe uba siyekile sohlukana and then ndathetha over the phone, voice note okanye typing. Ndingekho angayifumana ngenye indlela because of akaboni uba emotions zam zithini okanye like i-language yam ithini okanye my body language.
Okay. Yes. Okay, sure. What do you fear most about this relationship?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
To be honest, I know abanye abantu ba like hayibo njani.
No.
Okay.
Nothing. I think because like we've been dating for 10 months.
Sure.
That's crazy, Bandwini. And we got engaged when we were 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's crazy. And but they don't even to us.
Sometimes.
Like wait, sifike nini ngoku apha.
Okay,
And
sure.
it's because of like their relationship here to because in enough years because of the foundation yayo, it's upon Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Like ngoku abantu bangabuza but like why are you marrying her?
Okay.
Like it's a bonus. Like I don't want to lie, it's a bonus that I love
wish you guys
her.
had a pen and paper
Because-
so Barakal answer. I know the answer.
Like it's a commandment.
Yes.
First of all, to get married.
Okay.
Even if bekukho umntu pha who wants to get married and I want to get married, sasizotshata nalo mntu leyo.
Okay.
But now with her, it's even a bonus.
Okay.
Because of I love her.
Sure.
So and in worry, so there's no fear.
Okay.
And I know for sure fear comes from the devil.
Sure.
Okay. Amen.
Yeah, so now I have no fears because I think, in fact, I don't think, I know. What helped was we constantly would speak about change. Me change into endiyoyikayo ke mna ke okanye into engafani. I don't adjust well with change.
Okay.
But because we spoke about it so much and we spoke about the possibilities that I can change every minute and every second, and now you can change every minute and every second. That made me surrender to the process of change.
Okay.
Now, if I was to neglect the fact that Manasia changed so I would fear a lot of things. I'd fear that one day he would wake up and decide that he doesn't want to be with me anymore.
Okay.
I'd fear that one day he'd wake up and say, you know what, I've made a wrong decision right now and to say Funiland or anything of that nature. But I don't fear that anymore because one, I know deep down in my gut that he loves me.
Okay.
So whatever decision he had to make now going forward, I would know, rest assured, that he loves me. And whatever decision he makes, it would be for the best interest for him.
Sure.
And umntu ke uthando liyakhulula.
Okay.
It liberates.
Okay.
You don't hold someone umthandai.
Yes.
If he decides he wants to leave, it's not my place to hold him
Okay.
away from happiness. So that's why I don't fear anything, because I think the worst thing that would happen is me not spending the rest of my life with him. But at the same time, another worst thing that I would do is to keep him somewhere he won't be happy.
Okay.
You know? So I don't fear anything in that regard, because I constantly have in my mind that even the person that he was when he walked in here, he's not that person.
Okay.
So there's constant change every single time.
Sure.
He's different from that now. Next time he's going to have another different version of an answer.
Okay.
So it's something that's going to happen every single second.
Okay.
So I think because of that understanding, it made it easy for me to just relax and just enjoy the relationship for what it is.
Okay.
And not focus on things that are not in my control.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just want to add something, because as you grow older, Nithandism is different.
Yes.
And mhlambe nizithandazo too. Now, because I heard abantu baninzi besithi bana yo like uthando luphelile.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to acknowledge that luyaphela.
Okay.
Then you need to learn to love.
Okay.
Uthanda.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. When it comes to imali, what is your number one rule?
Pay your tithe.
First thing, pay your tithing.
Okay.
Because if you pay tithing, the rest
Just falls into place.
falls into place. Because we are commanded to take out 10%.
Okay.
And sisebenza emsebenzini ohlukeneyo, and we asamukela imali efanayo.
Yes.
But la mali is not mine. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
it's for so too.
Okay.
And you know, especially with the plannings towards us getting married, I have specifically seen the blessings of paying the tithe, because there will be times where so on my list, I would be pay tithe, wethe moto full tank, put some little money for tank
Yes.
and then the rest I don't even do. Everything else goes towards what we want to do. There were times where literally figure 15 and I'm running out, I'm blank.
Okay.
But the number of clients I would get, I'd be like, what? Okay, out of nowhere, bengicela undisende nethile. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. I don't mind, and I'm drop her off, but they'll give me like maybe money, like 100 rand. I remember.
Oh, sure.
100, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I knew I needed it.
Yeah.
And I think if I didn't need it, I would have been like, oh, okay, no, it's fine, it's okay. But I knew I needed it. And at that time, I'd always know by now, it's Jesus Christ just looking out for me. Because there's absolutely no way that direction, but I'm also willing wholeheartedly to do it. Yeah, so number one thing that we've always done is pay tithe. But there's also another video we saw on Instagram. So I follow a lot of couples, and he has a lot of good people that he follows.
Yes.
I've always been obsessed with love, Gimnaika, so that's why I follow a lot of couples.
Sure.
So there's this one specific lady who speaks about how they use finances zabo. So
Sure.
it's the 95% rule.
Okay.
So this is something that we actually committed. We want to adopt into our marriage when we get married.
Yes.
Utibana. So both salaries come in, and then 95% of salaries they pay all the things that they're gonna need.
Okay.
So your house, your food, your clothing, your toiletries, your whatsoever.
Yes.
Everything they pay payana. Well, we don't have kids, so we don't have to worry about that for now.
Yes.
Like Yonga Landry, they save Yonga into plan 95%.
Yes.
And then the 5% change that they have, they split it amongst the two of them.
Okay.
And then whatever he does or she does, omnye umuntu is not accountable
Okay.
kakhulu kuyo, because lamtu has its own identity payana, because enye into that's one of the things I've learned is that in as much as we're going to be married and we're going to be together, being individual is also very much important.
Sure.
And la 5% see divided into 2 is going to help us feel Sibulele Liso, into azenzayo. It doesn't. I don't even have to know all of them.
Okay.
Because I want to spoil him sometimes. He wants to spoil me sometimes. He's going to use up 5%. Yeah, okay, that he wants to do is
Okay.
So those are other things that we wanted to adapt into like our relationship.
Okay, sure. What is the happiest memory about the relationship?
I think when I asked her to marry me, that was the happiest
Okay.
moment for me.
Or like you did a proposal?
Yes, I did a proposal.
Oh, good.
Favorite place.
And that's a favorite place, but
Oh, sure.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
Because we always spoke about marriage.
Oh, sure.
That's
Okay.
why Sasi I was so sure that she's the one.
Okay.
Because your topic
Sibalekayo.
Okay.
And I've asked her, okay, we have to one day. Okay, why? Not because of but just in general, like why you wanna get married one day.
Yes.
So I think la proposal day, that was the great, like I'll never forget that day.
Okay.
And Zange, it was nice.
Okay, sure.
For me, there've been so many highs.
Okay.
I want to say proposal, but I'll just let it go because you said it. But
Yeah.
that was a good day. I think Kodwa, it was when we went to the temple, like our first temple trip together.
Okay.
That one, yeah, that was a good one for me. That was a great high for me. I also think the day when you asked me, why would I want to marry you? You wanna get it? I mean,
Yeah.
okay. That day, when I replied to him, I always known that I loved him.
Yeah.
And I think that day something shifted in me, and it's something that I still cannot explain today, but how it happened. It was everything that I was saying in him. Not out of body experience. I
Okay.
was speaking but not speaking at the same time.
Okay.
Not at the same time, because the things I was saying, I was literally getting chills all over my body whilst telling him things that mhlambe uthi ngokuba ngazibalisa. I would not even remember kakuhle uba ndayibeka njani lena ndithetha kuye, but I told him everything that was straight from my heart. And that's when I knew, and that was even before we got engaged. That's when I knew about, okay, you know what, this is it. So there's just been so many good moments in our relationship. Even like after the Lobola day, I was so excited. Even now, so we busy. I'm a very short fused person. I'm very defining the weather. I say by
Sure.
by 4 seasons one day.
Okay.
So after that day, I was like, I'm very nice lately. You're so nice. I'm like, yeah, kalok.
Yeah.
It hit differently. You see,
Okay.
so every single day, there's just great moments, and they're just happy moments. Like Namhlanje, before he came back from work, I was like, oh my word, I miss him so much. And immediately, like those moments for me, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
Every single time with him is just amazing.
Okay. Yeah. What is the worst? What is the worst memory?
You want to give us memory? Give us memory. It was also the best time of our lives, our first temple trip.
Okay.
There was a day, Payana, I discovered that he withheld certain information from me
Okay.
that I would have loved for him to share,
Sure.
and I just lost it.
Okay.
I literally said, you know what, I think if that's the case, then we can break up.
Okay.
I was literally ready to let go of our relationship, because I think it's something, shame, that is wrong and also good at the same time.
Yes.
After my previous relationship, there's certain things that I told myself I would never ever tolerate okanye accept, and ukuphosiselwa
Okay.
okanye withholding izinto that are information about Clay was one of those things. That is why I was like, in as much as I love this guy, but there's absolutely no way I am gonna love this. Like,
Okay.
That was the worst day because in as much as we spoke through it and he made me understand where he was coming from and why he did not disclose it, I got to understand the reasons that he gave me. But it carried through to Sunday.
Okay.
And Funba robbed off for Sunday because Sunday is such a special day. And I saw that I carried it through to even Ekaweni when we were at church. And I only after Swek, I went up and just he's fine because I've told him that I'm fine. But I saw that I was still holding on to it.
Okay.
So after that, I let go of it. And but that was the worst day. Like, that was it. I don't think there's been another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Nagua is the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing because I was like, oh no.
Okay.
Something like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because, like, Lando, like, there was no, like, what I saw, because it never happened
Okay.
in my mind
Oh,
and
sure.
in my heart.
Oh, sure.
So I've never disclosed it, but Yenze and Jay, but I'm glad at the same time that I waited.
Okay.
Yenze kasi phayana kulandau.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ngiyabaxelela.
Okay, guys. So what happened was,
Yeah.
so he dated someone, ne?
Okay.
But it was a online dating. They never went on a date.
Okay. They never met.
They never even kissed or
Okay.
anything, but they dated online.
Sure.
Right? And then when they met, the first time that they met, that's when he also told her, Bana, you know what, no, I don't think this relationship would work.
Okay.
It's called off the first time they met, right?
Oh, sure.
So the only thing that he did not disclose to me was the fact that Bana, he still had her number, one.
Okay.
And number two, the fact that Bana, they actually dated per se, even though it was online.
Okay.
So yena uti wati kumbana, because they never dated and they never really went on dates and they never saw each other physically, they were just speaking on the phone.
Yeah.
They didn't regard it as dating. But I was like, to me, it feels like it was dating. At least you
Okay.
could have just told me. It was something that I could have understood. So for me, that I was like, and so that was why I was so upset and so mad about it. But why he's so happy that it happened then, it was because the girl was also there. Like,
Okay.
she was also there. And I actually got to see her at church.
Okay.
So, and then he was like, oh, hi, it's Bani. This is my girlfriend. And I was like,
Sure.
I'm an introducer. Okay. But
Okay.
it was fine with it. After that, I was just really fine with it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
it was something like that.
Oh, sure. Okay. What is the best way to deal with temptation?
I don't even put myself in a position.
To be tempted?
I don't.
Oh, so the best way then is to, if you see that there's a possibility that you might be tempted in this regard, Ebaleka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a verse, but I'm not sure it's in Matthew though. It says, but if you flirt with the sin,
Yeah.
Okay.
eventually.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So
Yeah.
don't even put yourself in the house about tempted kuzo.
Okay.
And then if uyacinga uba kuzoba hard, just sukuya nokuya.
Okay.
Okanye have a solution before the kuloo position.
Yes. Okay.
I think enye into mina iyendinceda. I always ask myself this question, Bana. Would I be able to get back home? Okanye xa ndidibana noLiso ndimbalisele?
Oh.
If it's something that I know that I would be uncomfortable telling him, I don't even do it.
Okay.
I don't even put myself in that position because I remember at work, we had the cultural day, Heritage Day.
Yes, yes.
And there's a guy there who was also wearing like some Chinese and Indian outfit, and I was wearing like a Chinese outfit.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he kept on saying, "Oh, be matching." So I laughed about it. Because I was taking pictures. So photo, and he asked that I send it to him.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sure, no problem. I sent him the pictures. And for me, I'm very talkative, like
Yeah.
Lisa has mentioned. So immediately whenever we meet, the first thing I ask is, how was his day at work? And then he tells me, and then I just run my mouth with everything that had happened at work. So the fact that then kwazi ufika kwini bas like hey kwenzeka lena leyazi ke khona lo but khambe lokwenza uphi then okay le phone nathi lona ke sana ebesithi like nolwimi ke mina ke kumuntu wami like basele yonke
yeah
so then base ba what and he laughed about it. Another thing that made me fall in love with Ulis is that I feel so safe and comfortable with him. I can tell him the worst things, and yet I'd never walk away like I'm judged. I'll still feel like when I was saying it with safe environment or someone that I feel so safe with. That is why sometimes I blab a lot, and then my mind would register afterwards. But oh, really? Did you have to? Sometimes my mom would be like, you're overshare. But I just blab, I just talk, I just tell him everything. So now I always judge things of if I can tell him ngale into okanye bentibane nozibani what nam that, if I can tell him that, then it's good. If I can't tell him, don't do it. Why do it?
What kind of couple do you think you are?
This one, we're like a rainbow couple. We have so many shades and colors, but yet you see the brightness of how rainbow is and how happy it makes someone feel.
Yes.
I think that is what Christ is. Like Christ is our center, but within that center of Christ, we have so many shades within us. But I don't know, like, we are a faithful couple.
Faithful couple.
We don't wait for an event to do something. And there are no, maybe we'll give us this amount of time to do something. Maybe we just, if we think of something that is great, we just do it. If we think of something that is a negative that needs to be solved, we're not going to wait for a certain day, a certain season. We just don't wait for any events.
That's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. Yes, we never waited for events. Like even with like, we dated before we dated. We didn't wait for the event where he asked me out or I asked him out to we love each other. We showed that before. So Nyani, we don't wait. We never waited for an event.
Last question. You get to ask him a question and then he gets to ask you.
Oh my goodness.
I've been nice, Goto. Yo,
be nice. What would you do?
Oh no.
If I die, just puma up.
Like you die after 26nd January, that's fine. But not now.
So if it happened now, nothing.
Oh my baby. Okay. I know. I think the first one would be one. I'd probably call like our stake president and ask him, because customarily we married, can I still go get sold with him on the 26th? That's the first one, right?
Yeah.
But I think I'd be so devastated. I'd be devastated, but also at peace at the same time. I don't know how to put it, because I know and you enza umsebenzi wenkosi. That would give me the comfort. Because I know that you are not mine, but you are his, and he has trusted me with you in my life at this time of Bombam. And that just made me now trust the Lord with you, and not necessarily trust Wena, but trusting Kosingawe. So if he feels like it's a perfect timing for him to take you from the time that he has borrowed me in Gawe, then I would come to acceptance with that. But I'd still want to find out that can we get sealed, because in the next life I still want to be your wife. That for sure. Is there.
Sure.
Like that would be it.
Yeah. We have less than 5 minutes, and I got 6 years.
Okay.
You will ask now.
Okay. Are you ready? for
Forward.
this 26th of Jan. How are you feeling?
I am so excited. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else. Because every other questions I've ever had for him, they've always been answered. So
Okay,
I don't have
okay.
like a burning question that I want to ask him.
Okay,
Even
okay,
if
sure.
nobody guys,
Do it and go. You're good. You're ready to go. Okay, I get. Yeah, this has been the NayFul podcast, couples edition. We are out.
Yay!
Yeah.
This podcast has been proudly brought to you by Electronic Solutions, recorded at the Block Studios. And if you want to use our facilities, get in touch with us on all our social media platforms, Electronic Solutions. Email us admin@leptronicsol.com.